Welcome to another episode of Game Time, presented this week by Newsenda Credit Union. I'm JP Murrieta, and this week we are at Kirtland Central High School, home of the Lady Broncos, and head coach Devin Manning. How are you doing?
I'm doing good, thanks.
Thanks for joining us this week. State champions again for Kirtland Central. You've had a couple days now for it to sink in. What's it like to win another state title?
It feels great, you know. The feeling's the same. These girls put in the hard work. It's just an awesome feeling.
Let's break down the game just a little bit against St. Pius, that championship matchup. You fell behind early 9-0, but there was no panic. Obviously managed to lift this blue trophy at the end of the day. Did the game play out the way you thought it might?
We knew it was going to be a tough game. Pius has a bunch of good players. Coach Rody did a really good job with those girls, but these girls have been there before. At the beginning of this year, when we were at Page, I think our first two games, we fell down double digits in the first quarter, and they just kind of battled back, and it was just kind of reminiscent of the beginning of the year.
29 wins for this program, tied a school record, and only 3 losses on the year by a combined 7 points. Does that sound right?
Yeah.
What does that mean in the totality of this season, kind of where this program fits in?
Like I said, I think these girls cemented themselves as one of the better teams that this school has seen. And it's just what these girls have done growing up. You know, these girls played a lot of basketball from all their tournaments. These girls have played with each other basically their whole lives, and then we just had to mix and match a little bit, and it was just like a culmination, particularly for the seniors.
How did this team get to this point? You mentioned the tournament in Page, Arizona. You weren't really sure what you had, didn't have a lot of practice time, but at the end, things definitely worked out.
Yeah, like we said, kind of at Page, we were just winging it. You know, we had a few things we wanted to do, and then after that, it was just kind of let the girls go be athletes, let them go be basketball players, and we just kind of ran from there, and we just slowly molded ourselves into what we were.
Kirtland Central has 21 state titles, a bunch of these banners hanging in the gym. What does basketball mean to this community?
Basketball is everything in this community, whether it's boys or girls basketball. Like you said, our KYA, Kirtland Youth Association Basketball League, does a very good job. I think they had over 400 youth basketball players this year in their league. And a lot of these girls, if not all of them, played in that league. So we just have a good feeder when it comes to the young program. It's just everything, you know. When we see the crowds here, when we have big games, going down to the state tournament, man, everyone comes out. Even other schools support us, you know, and it's just a great thing for this area in San Juan County.
How do you describe that experience for someone who isn't familiar with it, going to the state tournament? Tons of Kirtland fans and people in the community coming out to support, loud, raucous. What's that experience like, and how do you describe it for someone who hasn't seen it?
Like, I think it just has to be an in-person experience. You know, when I look at the other state tournaments from Arizona, Utah, Colorado, I just don't think anything else matches New Mexico's state tournament weekend. Just from 1A to 4A, or all the way up to 5A, I should say, boys and girls, man, it's just an experience that you really have to feel yourself. You can try to explain it, but it has to be an experience you live with in person.
For those who might not be familiar, you've had a documentary crew kind of follow you around the last season or two. What's that whole experience been like?
It's been a little different, you know, but it's fun. They did a very good job in the sense of really not taken away from what we're trying to do. They were just there to try to help these girls get their names out, get Kirtland Central out, get this whole area some exposure with basketball. And that crew they became like a second part of our family, you know, and they were with us after the state championship, taking pictures, celebrating with us, and so it was an awesome experience.
You lose a couple seniors this year. Who do you have coming back?
We got a lot of young girls coming back. We got Haley Noki, Krista, we got Ali, Elena, Zoe, Cadence, Janaya, and we had a really good JV group. They only lost 1 game this year, so we're not done.
So it sounds like a promise for number 22 next year?
I won't promise that, but we're gonna work our tail off to try to get it.
Well, congratulations on number 21.
Appreciate it.
We'll be back with more Game Time after this. Are you living the life of an athlete? The New Mexico Activities Association brings you Life of an Athlete, a resource for students, educators, and parents to understand the challenges students face. Athletes, 1 night of drinking will negatively affect your athletic performance for 2 weeks, and athletes who drink or do drugs are twice as likely to get injured. Alcohol's effects can reduce a high school athlete's potential by as much as 20 to 30%. Are you living the life of an athlete? Log on to the website to find out today.
In life, things aren't scripted.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
You can get a lot out of it.
It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
Hi, I'm Tyler Yazzie. I'm from Kirtland Central High School. Welcome back to Game Time.
Welcome back to Game Time, presented this week by New Senda Credit Union. Kirtland Central High School wasn't the only team to lift the blue trophy this past weekend. Fort Sumner House claimed the 1A title. Peñasco took the 2A championship. Navajo Prep is your champ in Class 3A. And Sidney Benally helped Sandia win it all.
Well, defensively, I thought the last two games, we've really turned up our defense, and we hit some shots and we hit some really players that don't typically lead us in scoring. Hit some big shots like Brooke and Allie. Everyone knows Alyssa and Emery are going to score, but our role players stepping up and hitting those shots really took a lot of pressure off them, and just, I don't know, the way we guard, we feel like we always have a chance in every game.
I'm really proud of them, even though I didn't get to finish it with them, but I'm really, really proud of every single one of you. We pride ourselves on being able to score in the half court. A lot of teams that we play are super aggressive. They get a lot of stuff in transition or off a press, but it seems like a lot of the AA schools really struggle in the half court. So the fact that we can go inside and we have shooters on the perimeter, and these three can get to the rim as well, with Alex inside as well, it makes us a tough matchup. This is the group I started with. They were 8th graders. So yeah, it's special because the foundation was laid with them. They completely changed the culture in Peñasco. Yeah, it's just special to be back here.
We've said it since the beginning, we're family. That didn't matter who showed up for us as long as we were there for each other. That's been our thing, is together. So that's how we played.
I think in that first half, we really played conservative. We didn't play our style of basketball. We didn't play to win. I think we were playing not to lose and not to make a mistake. So at halftime, just making that adjustment of, coming out and just play basketball, the way we've been playing, but got us to, up to this moment. So second half, we really turned it up on offense. And then our defense, again, just amazing. You know, these girls had great defensive stops. They helped each other on defense, got crucial rebounds, especially in that second half. So they played great tonight.
I just have to say, like, finally, like, I've been waiting for this moment since, you know, sophomore year, and it just means so much, like, all that work, all of those long practices, all those, you know, staying after practice to shoot around and stuff it means so much to me. You know, being able to do it with True, who I won it with the first time. And, you know, when we wanted that first one, like, I'm not going to sugarcoat it, we were, like, carried, you know? But being able to win it this time, like, with us and with our team, it just means so much to me.
Sydney's the type of player that is so hardworking and so focused. Even as a coach, she keeps you on your toes. I better have a good practice plan, right? I better have a good game plan because the girl is, the paper said it that day, is locked in. And she is connected with the game plan. She's connected with her teammates. And I think for all of us as a group, including the coaches, she keeps us to a certain standard and pushes our work ethic. It's you guys see it. That isn't a mistake. That's up early in the morning and to bed late, and it's work. That's what that is.
Just coming into this game, we played them before. It went both ways. We're 1-1, and so I feel like we were familiar with each other, and we just wanted to come in, not to overlook anyone. Even though our shots weren't falling, we had to still keep our same effort, and just switching up our defense to full court man, I feel like that got us out of that, whatever we were in, that rut, and then getting to the rim. And so this whole game was just defensive play, I'd say.
Hi, my name is Haley Noki. I'm from Kirtland Central High School. We'll be back for more game time.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck yes, that'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail. Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials across the country because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Welcome back to Game Time, presented this week by New Senda Credit Union. The Kirtland Central Lady Broncos will get to hang another championship banner right here in this gym. And across the state, 5 boys basketball teams will get the opportunity to do the same. Fort Sumner House won back-to-back state titles for the boys. ATC and Navajo Prep won their first ever boys championships. Highland beat Valley in overtime to win the 4A state title, and Volcano Vista won the 5A classification for the 3rd year in a row.
I thought we finally got on the glass, and I mean, I don't think it was effort all night. That's a very good rebounding basketball team. We got some big rebounds, we got some big stops, and we hit some clutch shots at the end of the thing, and we're able to put it away.
Oh, there's no better feeling. It's just, we've been playing since we were little. Just to come out on top, it's awesome. I like these guys. Love to play with them.
when we started there, they weren't even known. 5 wins, 6 wins a season, and I mean, look where we're at. It's just dedication and hard work, right? A couple district titles, runner-up, and now state champions. Super excited.
Been dreaming about this since 8th grade. It's been kind of, sorry. I'm just happy to win with my best friends, and this is family to me, and it's been a journey. It was a grind. Yeah, respect for everyone.
The last couple of years, we've learned a lot. What it takes to get to this point, what it takes to kind of get over that hump and be the last team standing. That was our mission this year, put the toughest strength of schedule we could. What a lot of people don't know is we went through a lot of adversity going into that. We didn't have this group. We lost some guys going into that. We didn't say anything, we didn't make excuses, but nobody's beat this group behind me. This group right here, no one's beat them this year. When we've had everybody, no one has beat this group. This group as a whole is undefeated. We went through some things. We had to get some guys a lot of time, and I think it paid off. We got some young guys a lot of games in those big physical games at that point in the season. But, I mean, it just prepares you. That's a big athletic team. You know, I mean, Robertson's been, this is 3 in a row for them in this game. I mean, hats off. So much respect for that coach, that program. You know, we were kind of looking at it going into the West Las Vegas game. We were watching. I don't know if we were on the bus going somewhere or in the hotel, but we were watching, and I was getting a bunch of text messages from people saying the game was really close. We didn't want it any other way. If anybody was going to beat them, we wanted it to be us. We have so much respect for that team and that program, and they whooped us last year, and we have been talking about this game for a long time.
It's me and my guys last year. A lot of these guys are seniors, and I didn't want to go out with the same fate that happened last year going out to Robertson. I knew if we wanted to turn the tide, I had to be the one that started it. And thankfully, these guys were able to hit some big shots, hit some big runs. Ty had a big run out that called them timeout, and we just slowly felt the momentum shift. And once the momentum kind of came to our side, we never let it go back.
Yeah, these guys love to get my blood pressure going, give me more gray hair, but if you've seen any of our 32 games, I think we've been trailing in the fourth quarter about 25 times probably, and we usually come out on the winning side more times than not, so you know, I'm so proud of them.
It's just my teammates trusting me, and just like how I trust them, so their confidence gave me my confidence to shoot that shot and tie the game up.
It is an unbelievable feeling. It is one that hasn't really set in yet. You know, I'm still waiting to go down there and want to fix a couple things on offense, but our defense was tremendous. But I want to credit these guys. I mean, winning these championships is super special, but the brotherhood and the what these guys represent, you know, that's what makes it even more gratifying.
I feel like just this year we had a couple of new guys, a lot of guys last year that stepped up from last year, but I feel like this year we're more of a brotherhood, and that really helped us on and off the court, and we just played really good together and just had good chemistry.
Before we close the books on the basketball season, here are a couple memorable moments from last week from some boys basketball players who can get up to put it down. Here are a couple of the top slam dunks of the tournament.
He does, but he can't find it. It's short.
Here comes Quave on the other end.
Chavez, run out, slam, dunk, Dylan Chavez. Take another look at the two-hand hammer in transition for the future Lobo, Dylan Chavez. Wilson in the open court. Yanai takes flight and sends it in. One-hand hammer to send his team to the championship, possibly. Program certainly is impressive. Lund's real impressive. All-grown man down Main Street. Unbelievable hammer for Lund. That's a freshman, folks.
That's going to do it for another episode of Game Time, presented this week by Nusenda Credit Union. We will be off for a week, but we will be back in April with baseball, softball, cheer and dance, and much, much more. Because you know, the place to find the most high school highlights is right here. We'll see you next time on Game Time.